Hi everyone, welcome to the Two Curls on Oil podcast. I'm your host, Andrew the Tech Guy. Each of our podcasts focus on our love for essential oils and living a wellness lifestyle. Geography is not going to keep us apart, and we've got Laura the Doc here in West Texas, Hillary the Mama Bear in Northern Virginia, and our first special guest, Kelley Wimp. Kelley, thanks so much for joining us. Kelley, we hear you are currently traveling in an RV with your husband and your two dogs, helping teach oil classes and support your oil team all over the country. Kelley's put down anchor at Hillary's house. Yay! And it's such a treat to have you here joining in with us. Yes. We have a lot to talk about, so let's dive right in. If you guys are tuning in with us, feel free to chat questions, comments, and we'll try to get to as many as we can. All right, so the energy is super high this month already. This is like doTERRA Christmas came early yet again, and we have so much to share. But first, we're going to do our daily protocol of frankincense and copaiba underneath our tongue all together. We hope you guys will join in. So let's do it real quick.
Cheers.
Cheers. Get your Frank & Co.
Get your Frank & Co. And black pepper. Black pepper's good too. You can add that.
Frank & Co. breath. We're gonna. It's gonna smell so really nice.
It's all good. All right. So our first segment tonight is all about fall diffuser blends. Hillary, what's your favorite diffuser blend you've been enjoying so far?
Yes, so I diffuse Holiday Joy from Thanksgiving to New Year's, but this year it's our first year in our new home celebrating the first holiday season here, and I could not help myself but break it out a little before Thanksgiving. So it is Holiday Joy all day, every day around here. And this has Siberian Fir, which is the 10% off oil of the month. It's one of our newer oils that took place of white fir. It also contains wild orange, clove, which is the free oil of the month, cinnamon bark, cassia, nutmeg, and vanilla bean. And Holiday Joy just makes you feel, just like it sounds, warm, joyful, festive, refreshing, spicy, cozy, everything that I love. Joy just makes, and so I'm just loving this blend so very much. Now, Kelley, what about you? What are you guys diffusing in the RV?
Well, I'm actually loving all things fall right now as we capture these last few weeks before winter. I'm trying to recapture November just a little bit. Mm-hmm. So lately, my go-to diffuser blend as a trio of tangerine, Douglas fir, and cinnamon. It kind of smells like those scented pine cones you might see at the front of your grocery store or out in front of a lot of the hardware stores this time of year, but of course without the synthetics or the chemicals. So it's citrusy, spicy, woodsy, and it's uplifting and grounding all at the same time. So that's my favorite.
And Beth is saying that she loves Frank & Co. She loves black pepper, and she's thrilled that Rocktober was so great, and now it is No Stop November.
That's awesome. Laura, what about you? What's in your diffuser?
Oh my gosh, lately I've been obsessed with the fall diffuser blends also, and I am obsessed with Elka's book from shareoils.com. Have you guys checked this out?
I love that.
The diffuser recipes, it's so great. And this has over 80 recipes. Go and snag it. It's really, really helpful. But she has a blend in here called the Thankful Blend, which is really appropriate as we go into Thanksgiving. And this is a blend of 2 drops each of clove oil, which, yep, as Hillary mentioned, free product of the month. So snag your clove.
Who doesn't love clove?
It's so good.
We love it. Juniper berry and clary sage. So those 3 oils together, it's wonderful. It's a great fall blend. I hope you guys try it out. And again, special thanks to Elka. We love you at Share Oils for sharing this with us.
Yes.
And Andrew, what about you? What is in your diffuser?
Yeah, so I had originally wanted to start November off doing a new and different blend, but then I got my hands on Holiday Peace. And guys, this has been a new addiction for me. I love this oil so stinking much. So if you can get your hands on it, do it. It has been probably my favorite blend that I've ever smelled, like ever. So without further ado, let's jump into our next segment. And ladies, tell me what's going on in the land of doTERRA Promos.
Yes, and I'm so excited to see Becky's on and Fatima. Hi guys, hi everybody. We're so excited to see you
Jessica.
all. Hi guys. Wow, Andrew, totally. As if for October's promotions weren't sweet enough, doTERRA has kept the holiday train going. It's like there's no end in sight to all this amazing holiday wonder. Clove is the free oil of the month, and when you place a qualifying loyalty rewards order by the 15th, you will bring this beautiful oil home. Clove is one of my absolute favorites. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I love using it in my baking, for putting in my hot tea, for using in fall diffuser blends. It's warm, spicy, protective. It contains more antioxidant properties than any other plant. It blends well with cinnamon and rosemary, wild orange, and it's an ingredient in our beloved On Guard blend. And it's also incredible for tooth pain, for cavities, for supporting you through addiction, for an immune boost, for brain and liver support, and for emotional balance. So it's just a key in my oil cabinet, and it's also emotionally the oil of boundaries. And it is our favorite mantra around here. Healthy boundaries are the new black. And saying no to things that do not serve us means we can say yes to all the things that light us up. And clove supports our ability to feel more empowered and protects us and just helps us feel more courageous and independent and capable as we really define those healthy boundaries for ourselves, especially as we go into the holiday season, which is very demanding. So Kelley, tell us about Siberian fir.
Oh, this little gem. Siberian fir is the 10% off item this month. I at first was I grieved the loss for white fur a little bit, but then after I opened up this bottle of Siberian fir, everything is good.
So nice.
It's just amazing. It's really great for respiratory support, just like white fur was. It can be used after a workout, during massage, for stress relief. It's really grounding, so it'd be a good piece to add to your meditation practice. Emotionally, Siberian fir is the oil of aging and perspective. So it supports us as we're going through stages of grieving, whether that's grieving your white fur or something a little more serious going on in your life, any kind of loss, despair, sadness, regret. It also helps encourage us to come to our day with an honest and gentle approach to assessing our life choices and our influence and our legacy. Laura, can you tell us what else is going on this month?
Oh my gosh, Kelley, there's so much. I'm thrilled to announce that the limited time holiday gifts were released November 1st. 4 items have already completely sold out, guys.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
The Touch Clutch, with the beautiful captivating bed. I was able to get this, guys.
Yes.
We will open it up and show everyone. See, you can put your rollers. So this happened with the beautiful blend. Hillary and I snagged this at Gala, and it's amazing. We were obsessed, and we wanted to get more. So I was really, really grateful to get that. The mini bath bar trio soaps are gone, and also, guys, Holiday Peace is gone. So they are going quickly, and I was so grateful to get them. It's crazy town. And really, if that wasn't enough, like, we have other things going on too. So I will say I agree with Andrew. The Holiday Peace is just amazing. It is an all-time favorite already here in the Ritchie house. We've started diffusing it. This has Siberian fir and grapefruit and Douglas fir and Himalayan fir. So basically, like, all of the magical furs that you can think of are in this blend with Frank. So we've got our frankincense and vetiver. It's woodsy, it's grounding. I'm thinking this is definitely going to be our Peace on Earth blend for sure. Something to diffuse in the evening to just help with stress and calm you down in front of a pretty fire would be amazing. And the fun doesn't stop there, because doTERRA is doing something that we have never seen them do before. Never, ever. This month, some of our starter kits are 20% off. So if you are thinking about getting started with the wonderful world of essential oils, come and join us. Or if you have friends or family and they're ready to get started, come on in. A few of the most popular kits that I would recommend looking into would be the Home Essentials kit, the Cleanse and Restore kit, and the Emotional Aromatherapy Diffused kit. These are great ones. There's tons. I feel like there is going to be a kit or a starter kit to help you wherever you are in your life, whatever your budget is. I truly believe essential oils can be enjoyed on any budget. So reach out to us. We would love to help and support you. And Andrew, what else is going on? There's more to share.
Yeah. So as of November 7th, Copaiba is back in stock.
Yay!
Yes, so you can get your Frank & Co. back on. Limit 1 per account per month. So you can get your hands on it in limited amounts. The new skincare is being released Monday, November 13th.
So excited.
I'm like super jealous because you guys got to try this out at convention, didn't you?
Yes.
We
Yeah,
did.
so-
Product showcase.
Yeah, so that I'll be excited to actually get my hands on it for the first time. So if you don't know about it, you can learn more by checking out the videos at doTERRA's Facebook page and registering for the upcoming Empowered Life series on November 15th and 16th, all about loving your skincare. All right, now
And Andrew, I forgot to mention, so sorry, I was just going to pop in one more time, the beautiful blend, because this was just released today, and I was so excited I forgot to tell you guys that this is going to be available without the clutch just for a limited time Monday.
So exciting.
November
It's
13th.
like it's just like BOGO month all week long.
It's so crazy.
for real.
Grab it Monday. Don't
Like,
wait.
it's going to be, grab it, 1 per account. doTERRA has gathered all the osmanthus that they could to make this miracle happen for us. So I forgot, and I don't want anybody to miss out. Beautiful Monday, snag it.
Yes,
Believe us,
grab it.
we tell you it's going, gone. So
Yeah,
be ready.
for real. Stock
Oh,
up
yay,
now.
my honey's on. George is on. Hi, hon.
I
I just got to take a break.
So sweet.
Yay.
Yeah, so snag them up. They're great holiday gifts. And now that the holidays are drawing near, there's one thing that is a special bond that connects all 4 of us, other than our obvious love for doTERRA and this wellness lifestyle. Hillary, can you lead us into our next segment and kind of talk to us a little bit about it?
Absolutely, Andrew. So ever since I started my oil journey in 2014, getting certified to perform aroma touch techniques was something I always had on my list of things that I wanted to learn. And I try to live in a perpetual growth mindset. So as a leader, I wanted to be able to not only learn this, but also share this gift with my oil team. And I was so bummed that I couldn't be with you and Dr. Laura at over the summer in Texas when you all got certified. And we were in the middle of moving. It was just not a time that I could go travel. But over the weekend, I had the pleasure of hosting my oilers for a day of learning as we got Aroma Touch certified. And the beautiful fall trees in the backyard and the company together with my oilers and the growth that happened that day was just fantastic and so high vibrational. And even more, I just look forward to getting certified also by doTERRA's founder, Dr. Hill, to become a certified instructor, as well as, just sharing that so that I can not only certify my oilers, but also just really share that gift with people that I meet and that want to enjoy that experience with essential oils that have either never had one or that they want to take their enjoyment for oils to another level. And our massage table arrived this week, and I was able to give Olivia and George their first Aroma Touch by me, and they loved it. I definitely can't wait to fill up my practice log and serve and help heal others along with me, because when you're performing the Aroma Touch technique, you're putting the oils are, they're out there, you're smelling them, they're on your skin as well as you're performing this technique on the receiver. And so you're getting the benefits of the oil and this rhythmic motion as same as the receiver is. And it's just so beautiful to be able to share those grounding and healing properties with whoever in your life that you want to bless this with. So come one, come all, come to the Chateau, and let's get you on the calendar. Dr. Laura, can you tell us a little bit more about the clinical approach behind the technique and maybe some of the 4 main elements to the Aroma Touch?
Yeah, absolutely, Hillary. So the Aroma Touch technique is a clinical approach to sharing an oil experience with people of all ages in a way that uses gentle touch. I feel like touch is such a healing element. To bring the touch in with our beautiful essential oils and using the sequence of 8 oils specifically to support the body. And it just creates an incredible energetic exchange between the giver and the receiver. And I think that's something so beautiful too, because the receiver is getting the benefit, but also you giving the Aroma Touch technique, you get the aromatic benefits of it. Everybody wins with this. Everybody wins. And these oils work specifically to address different areas. So we have balance and lavender, which really helps with stress management. We have On Guard, our protective blend, and Melaleuca, which really come in and help with immune support. We've got Aroma Touch, which this was named after. That is an amazing blend. And I feel like the Aroma Touch blend doesn't get enough cred.
I agree.
Like, it's the massage blend.
It doesn't.
I think everybody's like, oh.
It's the forgotten stepchild.
I started with oils. It is. It wasn't until I think it was like a free product or something that I was like, oh, and then I tried it and it's amazing. It's amazing for circulation. It's amazing for pain, and pairing that with our beloved Deep Blue for inflammation to just help with the body. And then last but not least, our peppermint and wild orange to help to just bring some homeostasis into the body or bring back a balance there. And my husband, Mark, was working really long hours lately. He was having to go in and work on Saturdays, and stress level was just a little bit higher. So I made him preventatively start taking the On Guard Plus soft gels, which I love. I don't know about you guys, but when I run low on these, I start to panic. Don't run out of the On Guard Plus soft gels.
Buy them two at a time.
Reorder. Yes. This should be in your LRP, guys, with cold and flu season approaching. But I just had him take 2 of those as a preventative, and was like, hey, do you want, can I do an aroma touch on you? And he was like, oh yes. He will never turn down an aroma touch technique.
Smart man.
And he was so, right? And he was just so relaxed. And he kind of fell asleep on the table. And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to let him rest for a little bit. And I went and did some other things. And I came back 45 minutes later and he was still out. And I was afraid he was going to roll off the table. So I was like, hey, sweetie, come on, we need to go to bed. But he was just so relaxed. It's an amazing, incredible thing. And I just feel like it's a beautiful form of self-care, a way to support your system, especially this is the time of year where people are eating more sugar. Hello, we just had Halloween and everybody's hyped up on sugar. And then I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's usually a big stressful event or an emotional event that triggers that suppressed immune system. And then we start to not feel good and we get under the weather and something comes on. And the Aroma Touch technique is a beautiful way for us to use our oils preventatively, not just reactively, for overall health and well-being, which is so important. And Kelley is also Aroma Touch certified. Kelley, can you share with us what the certification has meant to you and how it has deepened your love of these oils?
Of course, Laura, and I totally agree with everything you just said. I'm like, totally just, these are my people, guys.
Yes, you're home.
I am home. I love this. I love it. I find the Aroma Touch to be just an amazing way to connect with people. It's actually allowed me to create and forge some really beautiful relationships that I'm not sure might have evolved in the same way otherwise. And so it's just I think it's a perfect blend of the natural health benefits that we see from these oils every single day, plus the scientifically based application method. It's one of my favorite ways to serve others. And I feel like I agree with Hillary. I get just as much value from providing an aroma touch as I do receiving one. It's an important practice for me, so much so that when we downsized from our house and moved into our RV, I even made sure that our massage table is in the RV with us, and we have very limited space. So that shows you how important Aroma Touch is to me, for sure.
When you're giving an Aroma Touch technique, you can't be thinking about anything else. You're not thinking about any stresses of your day. You're in the moment, just like the receiver is in the moment. And whatever it is that you have going on in your life, guess what? It'll still be there. So you can put it on a shelf for 45 minutes. You'll have your Aroma Touch. And when you're done, your stressors will still be there. So you're not missing anything. You know what I mean? But it really allows you as the receiver and the giver to just get in the zone, and you're putting aside anything that might be going on or stressing you out. And it's just so wonderful. So
it is, absolutely. And Andrew, what about you?
Yeah, so Laura and I actually went through the training at the same time, and I originally went into it to support my sister. She has a issue with her neck and skull that she deals with pretty frequently, and having used it on her, I've seen so many different benefits on her. She went from dealing with pretty severe neck tension just about every single day, almost debilitating, to being able to say, hey, I need an aroma touch, and 45 minutes later she's going back to work.
Wow.
So it's like the power of these oils together, packed together in this 45-minute little application method is incredible. And just to attest to what Laura and Hillary and Kelley have all said, she's getting the benefit when I'm doing this, but, I could have had a completely stressed out day that has been terrible, and by the end of it, I'm more relaxed than she is. So, guys, if you haven't had an aroma touch and there's someone near you that can do it,
Come
get
on
in
down.
contact with them.
Find one of us.
tonight.
Come on down.
Let me know where you are. I'll come to you.
I know.
For real.
And I love that Beth is chiming in that she's really looking forward to, and Beth is on my oil team, and she's coming over this Sunday actually to get an aroma touch from me. So I'm really excited. I gotta fill up my log. Yes.
And Beth has such respect for you, Kelley. She's like, yes,
she's so
the massage
sweet. I know,
table
I'm
and the
reading her
RV.
comments.
Priorities.
And if I could just jump in really quick, I just wanted to mention, so I am actually a converted massage lover, but I never really enjoyed having massages before doTERRA came into my life. And Aroma Touch certification was one of the first things I did when I started with my oil journey. And so I actually loved when it was explained to me as an essential oil application, not necessarily tissue manipulation. And I have, of course, come to really love massages.
Yeah.
I'm your girl now. I'll go get a massage anytime. But it's been a shift and it's been a journey. And so for those of you out there who might be like, oh, I just don't know, I'm not a massage person.
Yeah, it's not a massage.
It's not.
No,
you are
it's
still
really
being
not.
touched. Yeah, you are still being touched and you're enjoying that connection with another person. But it's very gentle. It's very light. And so I just love that it really fits in with no matter what type of personality you are, or your body, or if you've got pain issues or thin skin. It's just really for everyone.
And it's very rhythmic. And so you get into this sort of meditative state. And like Andrew was saying, not only the receiver, but the giver who is performing the technique, because you're making these, rhythmic motions over the skin with each of these oils in sequence. It's just such a beautiful symphony. It really is. And Stacy just chimed in that she's excited to come and have me do an aroma touch. I'm so excited, Stacy. You and your husband, Chris, need to come, both of you, so that you can both experience this together. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait to have you.
So cool.
And I will say, like, branching off of what Kelley said, my brother-in-law, Aaron, was going to try it. And he was like, I don't like people touching my feet. I'm not really a fan of massage, but I was working on getting my list and practicing and doing that. And he was open to helping me. And he said, I really liked this a lot. He was like, Laura, I don't like massages. This was helpful for me. I don't like people touching my feet. I didn't mind this. So I love that, Kelley. It's like, try it, have an open mind, guys.
Yes.
You may really have this amazing experience with it.
And during the training, when I was doing my demo, because when you go through the training, it's 6 hours and you learn, and the instructor has a demo person. So George was our demo person, and then each of us performs the technique on each other, and then each of us gets to receive an aroma touch. And so when I was doing my aroma touch on Patty, she's pregnant with twins, and she said she has never felt more relaxed. And she's had lots of massages all over the world. She's from Brazil. She's had, these fabulous spa treatments from all over the world. And she said she's never been more relaxed. And that was huge. And it speaks to the volumes of what aromatherapy can truly do for you. And when you're making that connection with the mind and the body and the spirit, it's incredible. So I'm really excited to share that with all of our followers and our viewers. And hopefully this will inspire you to even just learn. You can also even find the aroma touch technique outlined in your Essential Life book. And we're going to talk about that in a little while as well. But even if you don't have someone near you to teach you, you can watch YouTube videos. You can watch the videos on aromatouch.com and learn the different methods and the different, manipulations. So I think, just give us your feedback if you've ever had an aroma touch technique, maybe in the comments, or if you are curious about it. Maybe it's something you can ask your enroller, whoever got you started with doTERRA. You can reach out to them and ask if anyone in your group is certified or would like to, and maybe you can set something up.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's move on to our next segment. We're going to kind of switch gears a little bit. So many of our new oilers may not think this is just a journey, or they may think this is just a journey about essential oils and remedies and keeping our bodies healthy. But little do they know there's another huge element to the wellness pyramid that can actually help you in all areas of your healing. Like we always say, leaders are readers. So let's go around the table and share what we're currently reading. Laura, how about you kick us off?
Yeah, I am reading A Happy Pocket Full of Money. Infinite Wealth and Abundance in the Here and Now. And this is by David Cameron Gikandi. And this is a really powerful book on the law of attraction and our mindset. And I really think that this book is just so powerful. And I'm really taking my time to go through it because it's just so many golden nuggets and things that are just really resonating with me. And this is going to be one of those books that I just strongly feel that I will be going back to and reading on an annual basis and just rereading. So many truth bombs about the power of our thoughts. There was a quote there that said, "The life you are living is the life you have imagined." Mm-hmm. And I love that. That really resonated with me.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's good.
There's like so many things in this book, guys. You guys have to read it. Like, I'm getting chills all the time when I read it. And I have to take it slow because I'm like, ooh, that was so profound. Or this was so deep. And just envisioning and imagining every aspect of the life that you would want it to be and the power of manifestation. And I see that, in our business, I see that in my health journey, just imagining feeling like completely vibrant and full. I know Hillary did manifestation like with her beautiful home. I think that's so, so important. It also really keys in and talks a lot about gratitude and how gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions. And so we envision what we want. We hold that. We have gratitude like we already have it. You live your life as if you already have what you're really wanting and connecting with those emotions. And then another really big truth bomb for me was talking about suffering is the result of an error in thinking. And I really had to sit with that as well and go, whoa. And if I'm feeling frustrated or if I'm just frustrated with anything where I am or feeling stuck or something, I'm like, okay, how am I thinking about this? Where can I change my thoughts? Where can I evolve a little bit with this? And it's just so many things. I mean, it's there kind of talking about more of from a wealth perspective, but I feel like the tips and things in this book can be applied in relationships, in your health, in many, many different aspects of your life. So that is one I would recommend. Put it on your reading list. Hillary, what about you? What are you reading right now?
Well, I am reading one of your lovely recommendations, Dr. Laura, because when leaders are readers, we want to read what each other is reading, right? And I'm always inspired by all of my boss babes and my friends and everything. And the book that I'm currently reading is called Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And we'll share the titles and authors of the books that we're referencing. And I cannot recommend this book more highly. It's truth bomb after truth bomb after truth bomb. And I love listening to audiobooks through Audible. It just definitely makes folding laundry and doing dishes a lot more entertaining. Driving. And I don't, I work at home. But for someone like Kelley, who's spending a lot of time on the road, you can get a lot of personal development. You can read a lot on the road. And this book is it's incredible. He's talking all about how it's not what we do, but it's why we do it and how we can be more effective when we lead with our passion and let our true authentic self emerge versus just trying to clone someone else that's doing something that we want to do that might be successful in a field that we want to be in. And I'm really enjoying it. And Leaders Eat Last is another book that he wrote that's sort of like a follow-on. So when I was talking to Laura about this, I asked her, what would you recommend which order would you recommend? And she recommended Start With Why. And it's a great book and I don't want it to end. So I'm really being intentional and taking my time with it. And there are two quotes that I wanted to share because they really resonated with me. The first one is, when you compete against everybody else, no one wants to help you. But when you compete against yourself, everyone wants to help you. And it's just, oh my God, it gave me chills. It's like, yes, all the things. But it's so true. And, there's only one of us. There's only one Kelley, and there's only one me, and there's only one Laura, and there's only one Andrew. We don't need to be anyone else except us. And it is profound, Beth. It is so profound because there's a reason that it doesn't feel right. When something that you're doing doesn't feel right, it's because it's not. And when you focus on those things, like last month podcast that we were talking about the desire map, and that was the book I was reading last month, and all about desired feelings, and that we want to tap into the things that really make us feel good, and do more of those things and do less of the things that make us feel bad. Spend less time with the people that make us feel bad, and all about tying it into clove being the oil of the month this month and having healthy boundaries. And those are all things that we can incorporate even with Aroma Touch, having healthy boundaries and saying, yes, I have a lot of things on my to-do list, but no, they're not going to go away right now, and they'll still be there in 45 minutes. Let me bless my husband with this. Let me bless a friend with this. And I too will be blessed because I will feel more balanced at the end. So I really love that. And then the last one is that we are drawn to leaders and organizations that are good at communicating what they believe and their ability to make us feel like we belong and to make us feel special and make us feel safe and not alone. That is what gives them the ability to inspire us. So we are drawn to leaders who do all those things. And it is just mic drop all over town. So I hope you will read Start With Why by Simon Sinek. It's fantastic. Kelley, I want to hear what you're reading.
Oh gosh, now I want to start like 2 brand new books already.
Yes. Take another bath. You can take another bath in my tub tonight and start a new book.
All the baths, all the books.
Yes,
it's fine.
All baths.
I love it. I'm actually almost finished with my latest read called The Universe Has Your Back, Transform Fear to Faith, and it's by Gabrielle Bernstein. If you're not familiar with Gabby Bernstein and her work, I strongly encourage you to look her up on social media, see if she resonates with you, see if that's the kind of energy that you're looking for. I actually picked this book up quite a while ago before we started RV life, and it made its way into the RV because I actually did not read it when I first got it. It was one of those that like spoke to me for some reason, and then I picked it back up, and now is definitely the right time. And I'm loving it. I'm right with Dr. Laura. I'm going slow through this book. Yeah. Normally I'm an audiobook person too. We spend so much time on the road and doing laundry and dishes and things. That still happens in our
glamorous, the glamorous life.
Yes. But I actually decided to buy this book in particular in paperback before we hit the road. And now I'm really loving that I have it in paperback form, so I can use it as a workbook of sorts. I love to mark up the pages and make notes and scribble my insights. And it just really helps readers to release blocks and limiting beliefs in order to promote internal peace and abundance, whatever that looks like for you. And it's going to be different for Hillary as it is for me, as it is for the two of you. It's just full of tons of little nuggets, lots of inspiration. And what I really love about it is there's action steps to help you move forward. So little tiny things to implement right away that will help you continue on, rather than biting off just this big sort of lifestyle shift that you might not quite be ready for yet. So one of my favorite quotes that's really stuck with me throughout the entire book is, "Your presence is your power." And it's so short and sweet, but I just love it. I actually have it on a sticky note in our bathroom mirror.
That's so
your
good.
presence is your power. Yes, and it is. And it so totally ties into what you were just talking about. There's only one of each of us. And how beautiful of a thing that really is. So I'm really loving it. I can't wait to dive into more of her work. So Andrew, what about you? What are you
Kelley,
doing? I
just had to jump in. So if you guys, The Universe Has Your Back, there's also these cards by Gabrielle Bernstein, and they're really good too. So as you were talking, I was like, I've read that book and it's really great too. So yes, soul sister moment.
Yes.
All the things.
The artwork on those affirmation cards is beautiful.
Okay, every time I have company, my Amazon cart just goes ching, 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 all the things. I need all these things.
Yeah, we have to show. Should we just draw a card really and just show you guys?
Let's draw a card.
Here we go.
Yes.
I am unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow.
No to the no to the no.
I love it.
Yes, I love it.
And
all the healthy
they're
boundaries.
really pretty. So
very beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
Yes. Alyssa says your presence and your is your power for
it
sure.
Is. Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. It's amazing.
That's awesome. All right, so I actually wanted to find a book this month that kind of played into both of my roles, not only with the essential oils, but my full-time job, which is working at a church. And so I picked up this book. It's called Counseling from the Cross. It's all about leading those around you, because we've all been placed in leadership roles for a reason, and that's to lead the people that have been put around us. And that doesn't mean just when they're doing good. It means when they're having a hard time. So this book is really designed around that, equipping you to gather those around you, to pick them up and walk with them through anything that's really going on. And I think tying that into the essential oils is going to be really, really big. And I'll have to let you guys know how the book goes. But I'm really excited about it.
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the next thing we're going to shift our gears into is to dig a little bit deeper into a resource that we introduced into our last podcast, and this is all about the Essential Life book. This is such a great way to feel empowered and have a paper copy oil encyclopedia with you. My favorite element in this book, and I'm just going to go ahead and get us started, is the single oils area. So this is one of my favorite areas, and I'm going to try and show you guys this. I don't know how well it's going to work. But if you see, every page has this little area, this little slide area, and it goes into how the oil was made, the top properties, the different blends that it's found in, and what it blends well with. So let's say you really are thinking, hey, I want to diffuse this oil, but I don't know what to put it with. This is a great way to figure out what will go great with it, and just give you an idea of how to mix up your diffuser. So that's one of my favorite parts of the Essential Life book. Hillary, what are some of your favorite ways to use the book?
Sure. So I love pointing out the research article citations on the single oil pages at the bottom, because it's in a little footer and people might not realize it. And, we give this book as leaders, we give this book to our oilers when they get started in the loyalty rewards program, because it's really important that we provide that support and the education and the tools and the empowerment, because this lifestyle change starts with you. So you're the one in your home that's going to be making the choice to open your oil cabinet versus opening a bottle of Tylenol, And so we want you to have the same resources. So in the book, you might feel like, okay, let me just flip to the back and look up something that I need, but you might not really see what's on every page. And so I always encourage my new oilers to read it cover to cover. And I'm still working my way through it, because squirrel, because life happens, and I want to make that recipe, and I want to do that on Periscope, and then squirrel, and you're like 10 levels deep. So I encourage you to maybe have a bookmark going, and just, maybe every night before bed, or if you have 5 minutes before you need to leave the house or something, just spend 5 minutes reading 1 or 2 pages and read and really absorb everything on the page and read everything, especially at the bottom. So I'm going to try and see if I can show you. At the very bottom, you'll see these little citation bars, little footer bars at the bottom, and they're on the individual pages for the oil. So for example, this is spearmint, and it shows that aromatherapy was used as treatment for post-operative nausea in a randomized trial. And it has the article and the year and all the citations from that study and from that anecdotal research. And I think it's really helpful, because a lot of people come to oils saying, okay, well, what's the research about this? And well, a lot of us, maybe default to say, well, did you do research before you brought Windex into your home? Did you do research before you brought McDonald's into your home? Did you do research before you bought a case of Diet Coke? Maybe not. But at the same time, we still want to be respectful of when people ask us these questions. We want to make sure that we share the, other than the global answers and things like that, really give them a way to look and see those resources. So every single one of the essential oil individual pages has that footer down at the bottom. So I definitely encourage you to take a look and maybe let me know something that you find in the comments, maybe if you flip through your book over the next week or so that you never observed or noticed before, or maybe something new that you learned from there. Also, what I also love is when you go to the blend pages. Kelley, maybe you can be my lovely assistant. So if you see here, these little circles, this is the holiday blend, which is Holiday Joy. And Holiday Blend is just the generic name for the blend, which is called Holiday Joy, doTERRA's Holiday Joy. When you look at the bottle on the side down there, it says Holiday Blend. Okay, so Holiday Blend is the generic name, and then Holiday Joy is the doTERRA name. So what you do is you just take your cap sticker and you put that right there, so you know that that's Holiday Joy. Now that's a giveaway because that's pretty simple. But let's say, do you know what the inspiring blend is? That's the generic name, but the doTERRA name is Passion. And so when you are flipping through your book and you want to be inspired or learn which oils to use for different things, or, okay, well, this inspiring blend looks awfully inspiring. Where do I go in my oil cabinet to pinpoint and grab that oil? You'll know because you can sticker your book. And so that's something that I really love to encourage people to do. We spend a lot of our money and time packaging up these books and purchasing these books as a gift to our oilers because we want them to have this empowerment. And this is another layer that once you get the book, what do you do with it? Is it just sitting there collecting dust, or are you flipping through it? Are you dog-earing the pages? Are you getting splatters on it because you've just made delicious cookies with clove and ginger? Thank you, Beth. And so I just encourage you to really dig into your book and see what else is in there that you might not have even noticed. Laura, what about you?
Yeah, speaking of things you might not have noticed in your book, because I don't know about you guys, I came to doTERRA for essential oils, and then it was only later that I was like, oh, maybe I'll try the supplements. And the supplements are fantastic, by the way. So right after the blends, there is a page all about the supplements and the supplement products. And it's around page 183, but it's going to be different depending on which edition you have. But these are so helpful because while the oils are a gift, right? They're a blessing. We love them in our lives and they support us every day. There's a reason why nutrition is the foundation of doTERRA's wellness pyramid. Yes. And the oils even work more effectively when your nutrition is on point because they're enhancers. And proper supplementation, guys, is so key. Even if you're eating a beautiful diet of organic food and really being cognizant of that, our soil is depleted of certain nutrients. And it's really important to supplement to help. And some of us just need a little bit more of a boost in things in our life. So if you're struggling with low energy, if you're struggling with pain or immune issues or stress, I would really, really recommend taking a look at doTERRA's amazing supplements. They're very high quality, just like with essential oils, you get what you pay for. Same thing with your supplements, guys. And these are life, literally lifelong vitality pack. This is your insurance, guys. This is your insurance. It's going to really help boost your health in so many ways. They're non-GMO. They are gluten and dairy free. They're what my husband and I take. I've done lots of videos on this you guys can see on YouTube, but I always look for a supplement that does not have folic acid, which is the synthetic form of folate. It's highly inflammatory. Google it. Do your research. And I also make sure that my supplement does not have cyanocobalamin, which is a derivative of cyanide. A lot of people cut corners, just like with essential oils, guys. People adulterate it. They can have nasty things in there. Same thing with our supplements. So we really have to be diligent. And I love that this is here in the book. So if you need a little bit of support, and a lot of people don't know a lot about the supplements, so there's amazing pages here that you can read about all of them. The Lifelong Vitality Pack, the children's supplements. And just like Hillary mentioned, you can see the research articles, all of the very evidence-based, scientific-based, a lot of work went into, and we heard at convention from a physician speaking to us, all of the education, all of the research, everything that poured into why they decided to make the Lifelong Vitality Pack exactly like they did. So I would encourage you, flip through, see, this is a great way to support yourself. There's so many amazing supplements. If you get a little confused, there is a great bookmark that you can get. It's the Essential bookmark from oillife.com. And it has the generic and the proprietary names from doTERRA here for you as well. If you flip it on the back, guys, it has all the supplements. So you can easily find, and I would encourage you to sticker those in your book as well. And knowledge is power. Again, it's not a lack of resources. It's a lack of resourcefulness. So dig in there, even if your upline may not be as super excited as we are about oils and everything. I encourage you, pull out your book and educate yourself because these supplements are gold, guys. They have, for me personally, Lifelong Vitality Pack, DDR Prime, Mito 2 Max, the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex, and Serenity Soft Gels have been a game changer for me. And they work synergistically with your oils. So definitely take a look. Kelley, what about you? What tips do you have to share with us?
Oh gosh, I love this whole book. I really do. And I'm still working my way through it as well. But I really love the lifestyle recipe section that you can find in the back here.
Oh, and I've got my bookmark in there.
She even had it all bookmarked, ready to go for me. Honestly, look at this. It's so beautiful, good. Right?
It's so like,
behold.
I know they have popcorn. Like who does popcorn?
There is a scope for that.
There is a scope for that. Of course there is. But I just, besides having these really beautiful glossy photos, the recipes are really, really simple. They're easy to follow. They're yet another way to use these oils every day. And oftentimes in a way that most people don't even think about, that, oh, I can use this oil in my cooking rather than just topically or internally or in the diffuser. When we had more counter space, I actually did have this book propped open on a little stand on my kitchen counter as like decor, because it was really inspiring. Oftentimes I'd walk past it and like, oh, let's have that for dinner, you know, or I'm not using that oil as often as I'd like to be. And it was a really great conversation piece too. So when we had guests over, they would see, you know, some of these really beautiful recipes and things. There's even recipes for beauty care products, but I'm all about the food, guys. Like, let's talk about dessert a little bit, maybe. And you can sub out coconut sugar. There's a whole breakfast section. It's just beautiful. It's really gorgeous. So it's my favorite part for sure.
Absolutely. Now, Hillary, what are we giving away on this month on our Two Curls on Oil giveaway?
Sharing is caring, and this month's giveaway is the 3rd edition of the Essential Life book. It is such a great resource, and now that we've shared all these great simple ways you can use it better, we're going to send you a copy. So even if you do have a copy, you can keep it as extra. You can maybe take it to work with you or travel with it, or, you know, share it with a friend or a neighbor if someone comes over and wants to learn about oils. Go ahead and borrow my book and bring it back when you're done. And then you never know who you might be sharing oils with, because it's nice to have an extra one to share with a friend.
Yeah, for sure. Now, how do people enter to the giveaway this month?
That is a great question. All you need to do to enter is post a learning comment below, and the winner is going to be selected 15 minutes after our live podcast ends, and we're going to use a randomizer app. So something that you learned, something that you enjoyed, something that you found informative, anything that you want to share at all about your oil journey as it relates to something we mentioned in tonight's podcast. Yes, post them in your comments right now. This giveaway is open to one lucky US.
Ooh, and Megan does not have the book yet. Yes, Megan does not have the book yet. Hi, Crystal.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Yes, we're manifesting all the abundance for you. We're manifesting it
all the good juju.
Alrighty. So, thanks,
Andrew has to put up with us.
I needed a second to reconnect my mind.
He loves it.
All right, thanks, ladies. Don't forget to join into the conversation right alongside us. This is an interactive community, so don't be shy. Post questions for us or send us a private message with suggestions or anything that you would like to talk about. So I think we all have a few announcements before we close. Hillary, how about you start us off?
Sure. Thanks, Andrew. So I'm wrapping up my 3 weeks of thankfulness giveaways each Thursday on Periscope, leading up to my annual Black Friday scope the day after Thanksgiving. And then I will be continuing those giveaways thanks to my amazing friends at Green Air Wellness. I will be giving away diffusers every single week until Christmas. Awesome. So be sure that you are following me on Instagram and Periscope, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to catch up on anything you might have missed. I'm super excited to just share the love with you guys, and sharing is caring, so we're just keeping it going. Kelley, what about you? What do you have going on?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank all of you so much for inviting me on this podcast. It was a treat and definitely not anything I expected.
Don't ever leave. Don't ever leave.
I came to just park in the driveway at Chateau LeMaine, ended up like being on a Periscope and a podcast. It's awesome.
Boss Babe Central.
Boss Babe Up is wonderful. So thank you so much for just opening up your space for me. It's been a ton of fun, and I'm forever grateful that doTERRA has connected so many people in my life, and it's just really opened up some really beautiful relationships. And social media, I have a lot to thank social media for that as well. So you can feel free to follow me on Facebook or Instagram at Kelley Wimp. I do have an extra E in my name, and Wimp is just like it sounds, just as bad as it sounds, but we embrace it. It's all good. You can also check out my oil blog at teamitsessential.com, or you can travel the country with us over on Facebook or Instagram at Wandering Wimps. My husband and I actually have something big in the works for staying healthy on the go, and we'll keep everybody posted on our social media presence there. Laura, what do you have going on?
Yeah, thanks, Kelley. I wanted to just remind everybody to stay tuned for more health and self-care tips on my coaching page, which is facebook.com/Dr. Laura Ritchie. I'm also on Instagram at Dr. Laura Ritchie. If anyone is interested in my virtual private health coaching services, you can check out my website, lauraritchie.vpweb.com. So if you need a little bit of support along your health and wellness journey or that individualized care, that's what that is for. I do have an education class for the month of October. It was on amp your adrenals, and we discussed ways to support fatigue and adrenal insufficiency. That class replay is actually up right now in the education Facebook group. You can request to join. We'll add you right in. Search keywords learning with Dr. Laura, and we'll add you to that group. The replay for that class is actually coming down tomorrow, November 11th at 8 p.m. Central Time. So head over there, request to join as soon as possible before it is gone. It goes into the little archive. Special thanks to Andrew for helping me with these monthly education classes. He provides the tech, and they're really fantastic. I think you guys are going to really, really like it. November's class is going to be on self-care and why it is an essential part of your health journey. And I really wanted to do a class on self-care with my own personal journey. And especially as we are just coming off of talking about adrenal fatigue and we're going to approach the holiday season, guys, holiday burnout is real. And this is the time that we have to set those healthy boundaries. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about worthiness. We're going to talk about using our beautiful essential oils to help us. Self-care is a foundational pillar of your health and wellness. And I really encourage you to create some space in your schedule to join me on November 17th, 9 a.m. Central Time for this class. But if you can't make it live, that's okay. The replay is going to be up in the Facebook group until December 1st at 8 p.m. Central Time. And I really, really encourage you. This is a class that I love to do. A lot of people, it's interesting, the theme and kind of the way that they feel about it is, oh, I know what that is, but I don't have time. I know what self-care is, but I don't have time for this. And I'm like, oh, you really need this in your life, guys, so much. So please make this a priority. Andrew, what about you? Any closing thoughts that you have for us?
Yeah, so I have a couple of things going on. I have my weekly walkthrough of all of doTERRA's essential oils on Facebook, and you can also find them on YouTube. And we have a class in the works, so be tuning in to the different Facebook areas to find out more about that. And I think that's it. So I think that's a wrap on our latest installment on this Two Curls on Oil podcast. For more information,
do you mind if I
go ahead?
Oh, I was just going to chime in really quick. I happened to see a question on there about hair loss, and I thought that this was awesome. I think it was Amanda who asked about essential oils for hair loss. So this is where I actually didn't know off the top of my head, but I used our Mecca here, our book, to look this up, and oils for hair loss. So clary sage, topically or internally, can help to support that. Where I actually didn't know off the top of my head, but thyme oil, it's time for thyme. Interestingly, internally or topically, rosemary topically, and arbor vitae. And also a shout out to Hillary. There's a scope for that. Hills has some amazing scopes. Go check them out on YouTube with using our beautiful essential oils with homemade shampoo and conditioners and all kinds of things. So I thought this was a great opportunity to see how we use our book, because I don't have all of this memorized, guys.
No. There's way too much information in there.
But we are trying, and we are trying. We are
day
trying.
by day.
We learn. We always keep learning, right? Yes. Always keep learning. Always. But this is also a great opportunity that if you're not sure, get gritty and use your resources and dig those books out. And maybe Amanda, maybe you will be the lucky winner.
Yes, we're manifesting the abundance for every single one of you. Who is it going to be?
All right. So, do we have any other questions?
I think we got them all.
I'm not seeing any more.
That's it.
Yeah, I think
all right.
we got it all.
Well, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to send us messages. We'll get back to you as quick as we can. So I think we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in with us. Remember to send us messages on Facebook, keywords Two Curls on Oil. Leave your learning comments in the podcast thread for an entry into our giveaway. All right, we'll see you guys in December. Bye.
Bye.